what are trying to rebuild the Blasters team?
No, I just think for me, obviously confidence was down. Players were down and feeling a little bit sorry for themselves, which is normal when you don't win football matches. Regards problems, without being critical of people that was here before me. It was a club that was towards the bottom of the league that needed some help, some direction and some clear ideas about how we want to play. That just comes with my kind of philosophy, if you like. I don't really like that word, if I'm being honest, but just my vision of how we need to play football, how we need to work, how we need to be together, and how we have to demand and desire to win football matches. And that's something that we can affect straight away. Just the persona of the team, the culture, and the way that we're going to work hard. So for me, that's similar to wherever you go. You like to put your own stamp on things and get people to start running and working hard for the fans, for themselves, for the management and for the families. And again, it's just bare minimum requirements of being a professional footballer.
Nihal, ഒരുപാട് ആരാധകർ കാത്തിരിക്കുന്നൊരു മത്സരമാണ്. കാരണം ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ആദ്യം ഹോം മത്സരങ്ങളിൽ എല്ലാം നമ്മൾ തോറ്റു. അതിനുശേഷം ബംഗാളിനെതിരെ ഡ്രോ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ ലാസ്റ്റ് മാച്ചിൽ ബംഗളൂരിനെതിരെ ജയിച്ചു. സോ നോർത്ത് ഈസ്റ്റിനെതിരെ മത്സരം ഒരു തിരിച്ചുവരവാണ്. പ്രത്യേകിച്ചും അടുത്ത ദിവസം വിഷുവാണ്. ഒരു പ്രതീക്ഷയുടെ ഒരു രീതിയിൽ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഒരു മലയാളി താരം എന്ന രീതിയിൽ ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സിൻ്റെ ഒരു തിരിച്ചുവരവിനെ കാണുന്നത്? ഹോം മാച്ചിനെ എങ്ങനെ കാത്തിരിക്കുന്നു?
ഇപ്പോൾ ടീമിലെല്ലാവരും മോട്ടിവേറ്റഡ് ആണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ പുതിയ കോച്ച് വന്നുകൊണ്ടും എൻവയോൺമെൻറ്റ് മൊത്തത്തിൽ വ്യത്യാസമുണ്ട്. എല്ലാവരും മോട്ടിവേറ്റഡ് ആണ്. എല്ലാവരും കളിക്കണം, എല്ലാവർക്കും പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യണം, അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു മെൻറ്റാലിറ്റിയിലാണ്. കോച്ചിനെ ഇമ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യിപ്പിക്കണം. അപ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾ പ്ലേയേഴ്സ് എല്ലാം റെഡിയാണ് ഫൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി. ഇനിയുള്ള ബാക്കി മാച്ചസിന് ഫുള്ള് ഫൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി റെഡിയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും സപ്പോർട്ട് വേണം, ഫാൻസിൻ്റെ സപ്പോർട്ട് നമുക്ക് വേണം.
Coach, few questions from the media. So the Bengaluru result was the first win for the team, and heading to the home game, your first home game basically. So Northeast United, how important is the moment, to carry the momentum right now? How important is that for the team?
No, I think it's just important to keep improving, keep showing improved performances, keep showing a good attitude, and keep showing a work ethic and a will to win. I've said it before, I'll always say it. We can't guarantee a win, we can't guarantee 3 points, but we can guarantee a level of performance that needs to be acceptable for me regards effort and application and listening to the information we give them, whether that's the opposition and how they play and how we're going to react to that, or whether that's how we play and how we're going to show our style of football for the fans and to the opposition. So as long as we do that and we stick to what we're teaching them and what we're showing them in training, then I'll be happy. Give it your all, and that's all we can ask for. So it's important that we keep improving and keep showing daily, weekly, and monthly improvements.
After your first game against Delhi, what are the strategic changes that you have made in the team?
We try to be clear with how we play and our style. What we do always adjust is our out of possession style, whether that's compact, whether it's pressing, whether it's sitting off, whether it's formation changes. We always do our work properly. We always look at the opposition, see what problems they're going to bring for us, and obviously try and find solutions. So we adjust accordingly to what we think is needed to win a football match. But we always try and impose ourselves with an attacking style, and we're there to try and win football matches. We're not here to draw, we're not here to lose. We always try and impose our style of play to see if we can win football matches.
You have mentioned you will look into the opponent. So now Northeast, they have slipped to Delhi on a 3-0 result. So if you are looking into them, they are standing at 10th in the table. And how do you want to use that momentum? How do you want to use their momentum right now against Northeast United?
No, I think Northeast and United are in a little bit of a false position, if we're being honest. They're a tricky team. They have a good coach. They have an idea of how they want to play. They have an in-possession system. They have a different out-of-possession system. They press collectively as well to make it difficult to the opposition. I told the players yesterday, be under no false illusions that this is a tough game. You know, when we looked at the Delhi game, you know, statistically, North East were better. They had more of the ball. They had more of a threat. And they were unlucky, you know, that wasn't a 3-0 game. You know, a little bit, if you like our game against Delhi, you know, that wasn't a 2-0 game for us to lose. But that's football. So that scoreline for me was false. And we need to be, you know, improved again. And we need to be on our game if we are to get anything out of this match, because we're not playing a team that's, you know, down the bottom of the league, because that's where they deserve to be. I think they're a lot better than what the league table suggests.
The team is playing better in the second half. The first half, there are some problems to the team. They are not sharp as the second half. So, do you think you need to rectify something in this? What is exactly happening in the first half?
No, I just think it's a team that's in a real infancy of a new coach. You know, we see things that happen on a pitch, and we're trying to adjust things by giving the right information. You know, you have to expect teams to come and show us problems, and then part of coaching, part of team plays to identify what's their strengths, you know, live, if you like, and adjust things. And I think, you know, it looks like we've done that in the last 2 games we've played. You know, we've started with, I don't know exactly how many sessions. Obviously, the Delhi game was 3 or 4 training sessions. Now we're like 5 or 6, and we're still very early of understanding what we need. But as long as we can identify and adjust, and then show ourselves, and of course, you know, Indian football, ISL, it does get a little bit more open in the second half, and then we can show our attacking prowess as well. But it's important that we start well. You know, obviously conceding first is never ideal, but at least we showed some character in coming back to 2-1, and also in the Delhi game we were the better team in the second half, showing that we have got some character about us.
If you are speaking about conceding the goal, the team hasn't got a clean sheet yet. So, what do you think defensively, where the areas that we need to improve?
No, just collectively. Of course, most goals are down to a mistake, which is football as well. You know, we obviously, of course, need to eliminate individual mistakes, but that happens right across, you know, football, world football. We just need to work a little bit harder, you know, off the ball, need to be a little bit more compact, and we just have to be a little bit more ruthless in our defending. You know, it's a long game nowadays. It's almost 100 minutes, and you have to concentrate for the whole of the 100 minutes. But, you know, I'm not worried about not having a clean sheet, because we're showing good signs. We're improving, and we will get clean sheets before the end of the season.
Nihal, കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷം നിഹാൽ പഞ്ചാബിൻ്റെ കൂടെയായിരുന്നു. അവിടെ നല്ലൊരു പ്രകടനം കാഴ്ചവെക്കാൻ പറ്റി. കഴിഞ്ഞ ശേഷം ഈ സീസൺ ഇപ്പം കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സിനൊപ്പം എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നു. ഈ സീസണിൽ ഇപ്പം ടീമിൻ്റെ ഈ ഒരു അവസ്ഥയിലൂടെ പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് എത്രത്തോളം കോൺട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ട്? എങ്ങനെയുണ്ട് ടീമിൻ്റെ ഒപ്പം ഉള്ള ഇപ്പോഴൊരു പഞ്ചാബിന് എത്തിയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു പരിശീലനവും കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം?
ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ വന്നതിൽ ഭയങ്കര ഹാപ്പിയാണ്. എൻ്റെ സ്വന്തം ടീമിന് വേണ്ടി കളിക്കാൻ എപ്പോഴും ഹാപ്പിയാണ്, സ്വന്തം നാട്ടിന് വേണ്ടി കളിക്കാൻ. ടീമിപ്പോൾ ഒരു ബാഡ് സിറ്റുവേഷനിൽ കൂടെയാണ് പോകുന്നത്. പക്ഷേ നമ്മൾ എല്ലാ മാച്ചും നല്ല ഫൈറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ കളിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. ട്രെയിനിങ് ആയാലും ഫുൾ എല്ലാവരും 100% ഇടുന്നുണ്ട്. ഞാനായാലും എല്ലാം ട്രെയിനിങ് 100% ഇടാറുണ്ട്. സോ ഇനിയുള്ള 5 മാച്ചസും ഞങ്ങളുടെ നിന്ന് ഫുൾ 100% ഉണ്ടാവും. ജയിക്കാനുള്ള കളികളായിരിക്കും നമ്മൾ കളിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ റെഡിയാണ്.
ഇപ്പം നിഹാൽ ഇപ്പം കുറച്ച് മത്സരങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി ഇറങ്ങി. എത്രത്തോളം ഹാപ്പിയാണ് നിഹാലിന് സ്വന്തം പ്രകടനത്തിൽ? എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്?
ഞാൻ കളിച്ച മാച്ചസിന് ഹാപ്പി അല്ല. എനിക്കൊന്നും കൂടെ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും തോന്നി, ബട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയിട്ടില്ല. പക്ഷേ ഇനിയുള്ള മാച്ചസിൽ പോസിറ്റീവാണ്. ഗോൾ അടിക്കാൻ പറ്റും, അസിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമെന്നും ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ മാച്ചസിനൊക്കെ റെഡിയാണ്. ഇനി
നിഹാൽ, 2 ആഴ്ച മുമ്പ് ഇവിടെ ഇന്ത്യ ഹോങ്കോങ് മത്സരം നടന്നിരുന്നു. AFC ഏഷ്യൻ കപ്പിൻ്റെ ക്വാളിഫയറിലെ ലാസ്റ്റ് മാച്ചായിരുന്നു. ഇന്ത്യൻ ടീമിൽ 3 മലയാളികളുണ്ടായിരുന്നു: അഷിഖ്, സഹൽ ആൻഡ് ബിജോയ്. സോ ഇന്ത്യൻ ടീമിലേക്ക് കൂടുതൽ മലയാളി താരങ്ങൾ കടന്നു വരുന്നതിന് ISL ക്ലബ്ബുകളിലെ പെർഫോമൻസ് എത്രത്തോളം ഗുണകരമാവും? നിഹാൽ ഒരു യങ് സ്റ്റാർ എന്ന രീതിയിൽ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഇന്ത്യൻ ടീമിലേക്കുള്ള എൻട്രിക്ക് ISL പ്രകടനത്തെ എങ്ങനെ ഉപയോഗപ്പെടുത്തും?
ഇപ്പോൾ ബിജോയ് ഇവിടെ കളിച്ച പ്ലെയറാണ്. എൻ്റെ ഒപ്പം ഞങ്ങൾ ഒരുമിച്ചാണ് റിസർവ് ടീമിൽ നിന്ന് സീനിയർ ടീമിലേക്ക് വന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ അവൻ കളിക്കാനിറങ്ങിയതിൽ എനിക്ക് നല്ല ഹാപ്പി ആയിരുന്നു. വളരെ സന്തോഷമായി കളിക്കാൻ ഇറങ്ങിയില്ല. അപ്പോൾ അതൊരു എക്സ്ട്രാ മോട്ടിവേഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു. നമ്മുടെ ഒപ്പം കളിച്ച പ്ലെയറാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇപ്പം എല്ലാവരും കോളപ്പ് കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ നല്ലോണം ISL പെർഫോം ചെയ്താൽ നാഷണൽ ടീമിൽ കോളപ്പ് കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നല്ലോണം വർക്ക് ചെയ്താലും കളികൾ നല്ലോണം കളിച്ചാലും ഗോൾ അടിച്ചാലും വിളിക്കുമെന്നാണ് ഒരു പ്രതീക്ഷ. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഡ്രീമാണ് ഇന്ത്യൻ ടീമിന് വേണ്ടി കളിക്കാൻ. എല്ലാ പ്ലേയേഴ്സിനും ഡ്രീമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ആ ഡ്രീമിന് വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യണം.
നിഹാൽ, പുതിയ താരങ്ങൾ വന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ ലാസ്റ്റ് ഫ്രാഞ്ച് ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള താരങ്ങൾ എത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. വിദേശ താരങ്ങൾ എത്രത്തോളം നിങ്ങളെ മോട്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്? അവർ വരുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ എസ്പെഷ്യലി മലയാളികൾ, എസ്പെഷ്യലി യങ് താരങ്ങൾ എത്രത്തോളമാണ് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആയി വിദേശ താരങ്ങൾക്കൊപ്പം കളിക്കുന്നത്?
വിദേശ താരങ്ങൾ ശരിക്കും നമ്മളെ കളിയെ മാറ്റാറുണ്ട്. ലൈക്ക് ഫാലു ആയാലും ഇപ്പോൾ വന്ന ഫ്രാഞ്ചോ ആയാലും ലൈക്ക് അവർ നല്ല രീതിയിൽ മോട്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട് ഞങ്ങളെ. ലൈക്ക് അവരുടെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. ഇപ്പോൾ ഫ്രാഞ്ചു കുറേ ക്ലബ്ബ് കളിച്ചിട്ട് വന്ന, ഫാലു ആയാലും ലൈക്ക് കുറേ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞു തരാറുണ്ട്. ട്രെയിനിങ്ങിലായാലും മാച്ചിലായാലും നമുക്ക് ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് പോയി അവരുടെ അടുത്ത് പോയി സംസാരിക്കാം. അവർ കുറേ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്ത് തരും. അവർക്ക് ആ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മളൊരു ബെറ്റർ പ്ലെയർ ആക്കും.
Coach, one question to you. Blasters have conceded 13 goals in 8 matches and score only 5 goals. So how do you rate the performance of Blasters defense as a head coach and as a player?
To be honest, since I've been here, we've conceded 3 and 2, and that's all that really matters to me. I can't judge on what happened before I was here because there's a different style and different way of defending. For me, 3 and 2 is not ideal. Obviously, average is only 1.5 per game, but we need to get that down. We're working hard. Defending's about the whole team. We put subs on. We have 11 players on the field. And it's about listening and being ready to obviously come up with a solution to the opposition. But certainly the goals we've conceded doesn't concern me too much. The one against Delhi in the 96th minute was 10 men. We were pushing for the equaliser, so I think that one for me is gone. And if you look across the Delhi game, the Bangalore game, we had more opportunities, more shots, more crosses, more goals. Not goals, sorry. More final third entries, more passes into the box than the opposition. So, if we keep those statistics up, the defending will be fine. So it doesn't concern me. We are working hard to keep clean sheets, but we've conceded 3 across 2 games, which really is kind of 1 if you discount the last minute goal against Delhi. So, no concern. I don't look at 13 and 8 because for me that's before I was here and not an issue and not a problem to me.
What's the latest about tomorrow's match? Is there any injury concern, anything like that?
No, apart from the injured that was here before I came. Everybody's fit. Something we also try and pride ourselves on as a coaching staff. Giving the right conditioning, giving the right training, making sure we don't overload, obviously don't underload, and trying to get as many available players as possible. And so far we're doing that, and hopefully we can keep it going. Although of course we're about to face 3 games in 8 days, but we made 4 changes for the Bangalore game. We'll try and mix things up tomorrow, and we'll make sure everybody's nice and fresh for the next 3 games across these 8 tough days.
All the best.
Good morning, Coach. Niranjan from Kerla. My question is, after the Bangalore win, does that provide you a breathing space? Because till now the team was in a relegation trap. Now you have got 4 points. You are in a much more comfortable space. So do you have a breathing space right now? And how is the morale and confidence of the team right now?
No, morale's good. Confidence is improving. We can't, wave magic wands and give that 100%. But, I spoke before the Bangalore game. If it wasn't to win that game, it didn't concern me. Talk of relegation is, for me, fictional. I don't think we'll be anywhere near that. I said that before I came. If I thought this squad of players were going to be hanging around the relegation zone with what kind of platform we was about to provide them, there's no way I would have come. I wasn't concerned. 5 home games is a fantastic chance to get some points on the board, but of course you need to remain focused, humble, hard-working, and just keep listening and improving. And I'm always been a big believer that if you do your job properly as a coach, and if you do your job properly as players, results, league tables always take care of themselves.
So my question is, like, the fans have announced boycott. So do you think that will affect the team in any way also?
We need the fans. It's as simple as that. Every football club in the world needs fans. We can only do our job, correctly as a coach, as players, which we're now starting to do. And hopefully the fans will see that in our performances. They'll see the way the players are running as hard as possible to the final minute. They see the character that we're starting to develop. Going 1 behind to Delhi, but being the better side, going one behind to Bangalore away in Bangalore, having never won there, and coming back and showing real character. We will guarantee that before now and the end of the season in every game. We will show a level of commitment and desire and performances in every game. And as a fan, you know, if I'm watching, that's something I want to see. We can only promise you that we'll give that. Again, we can't promise wins, but we can certainly show you and promise you a level of performance and work ethic that you'll be proud of as a fan. So for me, the players need them. I don't personally, although I like them and I like them here. But to help the players, to help the club, obviously support your team, it's very simple, and that's simple across the world. You might have gripes, air them in the right way, but help the players as much as you can, as much as I'm trying, and together, you know, we'll get results. It's very simple football.
I've heard one of your interviews in the past. You are a great analyst of the game. You analyze a lot of games. What is the one thing that you analyzed about Northeast? Do you think there are specific players that would potentially challenge Blasters tomorrow? Are there any players which you have looked into?
Yeah, they've got many. Of course, you know, you're not going to give too much away before a game. If you want to ask me that question afterwards, I can. I'm well prepared. We'll be well prepared after today's session for exactly what they do. They've lost a foreigner, a centre-back that won't be here. That's a bit of a loss to them. But they have other good players. They have pace up front. You know, they hunt in packs, trying to press you in our final defensive third, if you like. You know, they have some good players, some good speed, some good athleticism, and also they have an in and out of possession system that can be quite tricky. Well organised, well coached, and we have to be ready to be ready for what they're going to bring, and we will be. But this is not an easy game, and I know exactly what we need to do. So hopefully, we'll put that across tomorrow when kickoff comes.
Okay, thank you. All the best for the match.